We are told at the start of the film that thousands of years ago, magical animals roamed the earth. This world was also full of magic. But learning that magic was difficult. That is why people abandoned magic in favor of technology. People gradually forget the magic, but it still exists in our world. Following that, we see Ian Lightfoot, a teenage boy in the film. This boy was an elf, means a magical boy. But, due to a lack of self-confidence, he is unaware of his own abilities. His birthday was today, and he will be 16 years old. As the boy comes out of his room, his mother loves him. She also wishes him a happy birthday. Lan was wearing the sweater of his father. His mother smiles when she sees it. Lan says, finally, I am fit in it. They were talking about the birthday celebration after that. Lan says, I am not interested in all this. Here comes the brother of Lan, Barley. He is a lively young man. His personality is diametrically opposed to that of his brother. When Lan touches any toy of Barley, his brother comes over and grabs him, but he claims he didn't touch it. Please leave me. He leaves Lan and holds his mother. His mother throws him on the ground and tilts him. As a result of his defeat, he is sentenced to throw the garbage from the house into the bin. Barley meets a humanoid horse police officer. From the outside, he resembled humans, but on the inside, he resembled horses. The police officer had now arrived to complain to Barley's mother about him. Barley's mother was also scolding him. We learn here that Barley is interested in history. His mother tells him to forget about the past and focus on the future. Ignoring her, he starts talking to Lan. He tells him that based on my calculations, he is an elf. When you grow older, you have the potential to become a powerful magician. Lan, on the other hand, believes he is wasting his time by talking in vain. That's why he leaves from here for school while taking his bag. Lan was at a bus stop on his way to school when he met a man. When he sees his shirt, he asks, "Are you Wilden's son?" Lan says yes, he was my father. The man informs him that his father was a good person. He tells him many other things about his father. Lan is overjoyed after hearing all of this. Lan was planning his day task as we arrived at school. He concludes by saying that he aspires to be like his father. It means a good human and helper for everyone. Then we see Lan begin car driving lessons as well. However, due to the traffic on the road, he is unable to control the vehicle and becomes scared once more. After it, he goes to his class fellows and he wants his class to invite his classmate to his birthday party. But he was shy, so he didn't invite anyone to his birthday party. Then he goes home with his brother. When he returns home, his mother presents him with a gift. It was from his father, who died before he was born. They take the gift and come to Lan's room. When they open the gift, a magical stick and a letter appear. There was written about magic in the letter. The letter also stated that if a special gem is attached to this stick, for one day, the stick can bring any dead human to them. Reading it, Barley gets excited. Because he now wishes to meet his father. They seek the stone, which they discover in the wrap from which they obtain the stick. They now place the stone on the stick and wish to contact their father. But there was no magic, and their father did not appear. So they are disheartened. Their mother cheers them up. While saying that, we can tell how much you adore your father. Then Barley and his mother leave Lan's room. Lan was depressed as he read his father's letter. He also says some magical spells. As a result, the magic of the stick begins, and everything in the house begins to fly. Meanwhile, Barley arrives and inquires, "What are you doing here?" During this, they see their father is coming here. Half of the body of his father came into the world. Lan couldn't handle the magical stick. The magical gem falls from it, and the magic comes to an end. Only half of his father's body entered the world. Lan becomes depressed because this is the only way they have to meet his father. He will never see his father again. Barley again reads the letter. He tells Lan, "Our father, come here for 24 hours. We will search for one more magical stone before tomorrow's sunset. With it, you will do magic again and our father will completely enter the world, and we will meet him." Barley tells him, "I know from where we can get this stone." He says we have to go to tavern to get this stone. They leave a letter at home and move to tavern. As their mother receives the letter, she becomes worried. She moves behind them to tavern. Reaching tavern, she has to meet a manticore. Manticore means a magical creature. She meets the manticore in a restaurant. It was the restaurant of the manticore. Lan explains it to you. "Do you know who you are? Why did you come here?" The manticore gets excited when he hears it. And it sets her restaurant on fire. The map also burns that the manticore had. The map can take those brothers to the gem. But then Manticore shows them a way. They attempt to flee the burning restaurant. But their father was left behind. A huge piece of wood was about to fall at them. Lan, on the other hand, employs his magic for the first time. He stops the wood there. As a result, his father's body was saved, and they were able to escape. Lan and Barley's mother comes here when they leave. She panics when she sees the restaurant is on fire. She inquires of the Manticore, "Have you seen Barley and Lan?" It informs her, "Yes, I noticed. I also told them the way to the gem." Then it says they are still in trouble. "Because I have told them about the stone but not the curse. That is what they will get after selecting the stone from there. When they take the gem from there, a massive dragon will appear." Now they were in trouble. Manticore says to their mother, "Don't worry, I will go with you." However, the police officer arrived at the scene of the restaurant's burning. He says to the Manticore, "I will not let you go anywhere." But somehow Manticore escapes from there. Lan and Barley are now in new trouble as a result of it. Their car's fuel was depleted, and they were left with only a fuel can. Here, Barley requests that Lan use magic to make this fuel can enormous. Then Lan does magic. It appears that the fuel has grown in size. It makes Barley happy, but there isn't anything like it. He has done the wrong magic. Instead of the size of the can increasing, Barley becomes shorter. That's why he thinks the can is massive. When he sees Lan, he realizes the can isn't huge, but Barley is shorter. Then again we see Lan's mother and the Manticore. Lan's mother was asking about the curse from it. Manticore informs her that the gem will be extracted from the rock by someone. A dragon who is protecting the gem will attack them. It tells her that it can only be killed with my sword. Lan's mother now inquires about the sword. It tells her that I have sold it. Then it informs her that I know where we can get it. After it, we see Lan along with his father, Barky, and the fuel can. He is looking for a gas station. As he reaches the gas station, Barley fights with the Pixies gang. The Pixies gang follows them. Because they were following them on bikes. Lan has to drive the car because Barley has grown short. Lan becomes concerned when he sees the traffic, but Barley reassures him. He gains strength in the same way that Lan drives the car and is saved from the Pixies group. But going forward the police holds them. To avoid the police, they dressed up like a humanoid police officer, whom we saw at the start of the movie. They now stand up like the magic-wielding cops. But the magic remains till they speak the truth. As they tell a lie they start changing into the real getup. They flee there before putting on their full costume. Then, after proceeding, Lan informs Barley that we have made a mistake. Barley informs her that we must meet with our father and take action. Then we see his father also comes there. The body was dancing, and it inspired them to dance as well. The three were now happily dancing. After it, they continue their journey. We again see Lan's mother and the Manticore. They were in a shop looking for Manticore's sword. However, the lady demands a large sum of money for the sword. The police officer calls Lan's mother and informs her that the children have been found. They come to know about Lan and Barley from the police officer who caught them. For a short time, the Manticore paralyzes the shopkeeper and runs from there with the sword. Lan and Barky arrive at a location where there was scenery while walking. To move to the other side of the landscape there was a bridge. It opens through a switch and the switch was also on another side. Barley asks Lan to make a magical bridge. Then switch to the other side. Turn on the switch that will allow us to move the car to the other side. Barley ties a rope with Lan's back. As Lan steps forward he falls down. Barley holds him and enhances his self-confidence. He says to him, "You can do this." When he moves slowly forward, the magical bridge appears. As he crosses the half landscape his rope opens. Seeing it, Barley gets panicked. But he didn't tell Lan and kept telling her to move without looking behind her. When Lan reaches the other side of the landscape, he turns to look, but there is no rope with him. When he sees it, he becomes terrified, and the magic breaks. He was about to fall down. But he was on the other side of the landscape, and he controlled the land. As he approaches the bridge, he activates the bridge's switch. They move forward with their car. On the way, they run into the policeman from the beginning of the film. The cop invites them to accompany me home. But they refuse this. They moved forward, and the police were right behind them. As they proceed, they notice that the path has been closed. There was the police behind. Barley has asked Lan to perform magic once more, so they can close the path from behind. Lan couldn't do the magic. Barley starts his car and hits with something. As a result, the objects on the path fell and the path was closed. Moving forward, they find a mirror on the land. There was a symbol with it and there was a X mark on it. Here they have a short time. They have to reach the stone soon. This is why Lan performs magic on his snacks. The snacks increase in size. While going through the water, they come to a strange place. A chemical block that was engulfing everything approaches them. The chemical block was moving towards them speedily. On another side, they see one more door. They immediately come inside the door. But they see the water was filling in the room. Barley discovers that there is a switch on its floor. And pressing it will remove the water from here. But they can't stop their breathing for a long time. So they put their father's body on it. The door opens from upside as they come out. They are discouraged because they have returned to where they began. Lan says, I don't want to waste the time which is left. I want to spend it with my father. So he gives the magical stick to Barley and moves from there with his father. Barley didn't understand anything at first, but then he finds the rock and X made on the rock. This rock reaches him to the gem. Going there, he starts searching for the gem in the water of the rock. Then, in the mirror, he discovers the same symbol they discovered on the mountain. As he places the symbol properly, the phoenix stone comes out from here. The curse also starts. It means a huge dragon comes out from there. The dragon wishes to take the stone from Barley's grasp. That's why it was attacking him. On the other hand, we can see Lan spending time with his father. He pulls out the diary in which he jotted down his daily tasks. He is taken aback when he realizes he has completed tasks he has never completed before. It happened because of his brother. He realizes that his brother is important in his life. Lan hears the voice of dragon. He also moves to his brother to help him. On another side, we see Lan's mother and Manticore also reach there. She tells them, you meet your father, and I will handle this dragon. Lan immediately fixes the stone at the stick. He was reclaiming his father's entire body. His mother tells him he must act quickly because she cannot control the dragon for long. Barky says to Lan, you meet father, I am going to mother to help her. But Lan says no, she'll go help her mother. He claims you were my older brother and that you looked after me like a father. But you didn't have anyone to lean on like a father. That's why you meet father and I will go for mother's help. Lan is now fighting the dragon with confidence. During this, his magical stick falls. Then he uses his real magic that was within him. He fashions a stick out of it and then dispatches the dragon. Because it was a stone dragon, the stones began to fall around them. That's why he can't go to his father. However, he notices his brother hugging his father. After it, we see Barley comes there and takes him out. Lan inquires of Barley, what did your father say? On it, Barley says our small magician Lan will be named Well Done. Barley embraces his brother. In the next scene, we see they all know how to use their powers. Like the humanoid horse didn't use the car. He, too, uses his feet to propel himself forward. Manticore, on the other hand, was keeping the dragons away from this world. Then we see Lan, who is performing magic in front of his class. With that, the film comes to a close. Thank you for your time.